What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now we got another reaction. We got Munchie B, and we got Mariah from the Rich at Heart podcast. That's on the Street TV channel, and they up at Nothing to Something podcast with Paul P. And the conversation goes on to speak about 16 Shot 'em. If y'all not familiar with 16 Shot 'em, he's a YouTuber, interviewer, podcaster, whatever, out of Chicago. But for the last few years, he been based more in Los Angeles. And I know one of the most viral moments that I can bring up is when he spit on Poetic Flakko up there at No Jumper. And ever since then, him and Flakko ain't been able to squash their issues. So Flakko went up to Rich at Heart podcast and got interviewed. And, they posted a picture with them and Flakko. And 16 Shot 'em had some things to say about Mariah. And then Munchie B chimed in and let 16 Shot 'em and others like 16 Shot 'em, whoever might have a problem with how Mariah carried herself. So we gonna tap in on that. Let's react to it. Let's tune in. Shout out to the whole Dice crew. Shout out to the Nothing to Something podcast. And shout out to Rich at Heart. Let's rock.
You said, like, when it comes out, mind my business.
Yes, sir.
Last night we interviewed.
I went from condos to pop's house, on calls now bus routes, and the one person who had the key to my heart took it and checked out.
All right, you see how you said, like, when it comes out, mind my business.
Yes, sir.
Last night we interviewed Flakko.
Okay.
We flick it up. Mariah posted a picture of me, her, and Flakko on our Instagram.
Yeah.
Somebody get in the comments and say, "Oh, you opt up," talking about her being in the picture with Flakko, and blocks her.
Oh, wow.
Like, so she just the interviewer. Have nothing to do with what y'all got going on whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't care about it. And you just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, this shit crazy.
But you know when it come down to the comments, man, people gonna say all type of bullshit.
And this was another podcaster,
that.
and
It was the 16.
Oh, it was another podcast.
yeah, it was
16.
16 Shot 'em, and I was
Right.
like, dang, I even made it clear on
okay.
camera that that's my friend before, the question was even, when Munchie had asked him the question, Flakko never disrespected him, and I was like, wow, that has nothing to do with me. I don't get in men's business, for one. Number two, this is business, like, I stay completely out of it, and I'm like, how am I'm an op? I've never been called that before. I'm a woman. I don't conduct myself in any other
Hey,
kind
man,
of way.
look, bro. To the world,
Wow.
Mariah Hayes come from an unbiased place.
Yeah.
She ain't with all the little BS, and you niggas get to tripping on her, and niggas are tripping back. Not her, but niggas tripping back.
Yeah.
Shout out to Munchie for standing up with his friend and his co-host and his co-worker, however they like to go about it, because I feel it and I agree with it. Like, from what I done watched from the podcasts, the interviews, seemed like Mariah tried her best to just give her opinion and stay out of certain situations and don't really pick no sides. And she never come off like she being disrespectful, and she never seems like she want to force herself to be involved in the conversation or certain scenarios when it just doesn't have anything to do with her. And I'm not trying to disrespect other female podcasters or or whatever we might call them, right, in this media space. But some of those females choose to like dive more into a lot of man versus man drama, or just, insert themselves in so much, which is, hey, that's their right, that's their choice, that's what they want to do. Then, shout out to them. But for what I gather from Mariah, she just do her one too. And I don't respect that from 16 Shot 'em. I mean, I fully don't respect it, because you entitled to your feelings and how you want to conduct your business or your lifestyle. If you want to call somebody a op, or, exit them out your life or cut them off or whatever the case may be, then that's your business, and he entitled to that. But I don't understand, why would he even refer to a woman or a person that carry herself like Mariah in the form of being an op or an op lover, when the whole scenario was pretty much like a soft situation. Because, Poetic Flakko, yeah, he got a dangerous mouth. He's disrespectful. But you already done spit on him, and he wasn't a threat. Then you got Mariah. She's a female. So just to be even putting that type of energy in a situation with people like Flakko or Mariah, it's kind of like lame to me, you know? And I also feel like 16 Shot him might be like, I don't know what kind of viewing point he had for Mariah, or what kind of relationship or what kind of friendship or whatever the case may be that he felt like he had with Mariah. You know what I mean? But if he ain't ever had a conversation with Mariah about, hey, I don't like him. If you gonna hang with me, you can't be cool with people that I don't like and all that, then hey, she really ain't did nothing wrong. She ain't broke no rules that y'all set between the two of y'all. But that's just how I feel about it.
Little BS, and you niggas get to tripping on her, and niggas was tripping back. Not her, but niggas tripping back.
Yeah. I was surprised. I'm like, wow. And
some weirdo shit.
And I left with such great energy because I was so happy. Our interview with Flakko was so good, like, cause he can talk about anything, Yeah. So I was like, wow, that's pretty messed up. But that's part of the game, I guess.
Yeah, you know what I say when people start to say something, that mean that you growing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget what my pastor said. If you ain't got no haters, you better get you some. You know what I'm saying? That's what my pastor said. You better get you some, because that means you doing something right. So at the end of the day, that's all just love, really, at the end of the day. People that's just checking you out and got respect for you, that have to say a little something, because, it's a little bit of, hey, they see you out there winning, you doing something, you sitting at a table with respected individuals, and they don't like it. Who knows what they really feel inside? But at the end of the day, you rather have people talking about you than not.
Yeah,
and the comments gonna go off regardless.
Yeah.
Comments say all kind of shit, but guess what? When they see me out there in the streets, the mall, like I was talking about the situation I was doing, helping my cousin in Compton with a yard sale. I didn't know what dudes was on, but an Altima pulled up. It was about 9 of them up in the Altima. Dudes just jumped out the car out of nowhere. My cousin looking at me like, you know them? I'm like, hell no. I'm like, dang, I don't got nobody with me, nothing. No. But they coming up, it's like, hey, what up? Nothing to some podcast. I'm like, oh shit.
That's dope.
Okay,
That's
you know what I'm
dope.
saying? And they come up talking about the shows and the episodes and everything like that. Like, we watch it every day. Pulling it up on their phone and everything. So at the end of the day, people say stuff in the comments, but people really low-key, they got nothing but love for you. You know what I'm saying? And when you see them, people ain't going to show that energy you hear in the comments. You ain't never going to see that type of energy. I'm not saying that it ain't no idiots out there that may have that or may be about that negative shit, but I'm saying for the most part, people really is going to show nothing but love.
No, unless
you put in negative energy out there.
Yeah, and I don't put any type of negative energy in for him to be a podcaster. I would assume he would understand, it's business and stuff like that. But I mean, hey, if that's how you feel, I still, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to feed my kids, and build a brand and help my family out. He had to explain it to me, break it down to me, because I'm a little more softer. I'm a little more sensitive. So I was like, dang, that's.
And one thing that's surprising to me is that I never heard or saw anything pertaining to 16 Shot him calling out anybody else like that who deals with Flakko. Maybe it's a lot behind the scenes that I'm not privy to. But to me, it almost come off like, like some picking and choosing battles with more of a softer opponent.
So why we say that? I thought we was cool, but
I rock with everybody. I like a lot of what Flakko do, just like I disagree with a lot of what Flakko do. I rock with some of what 16 Shot him do, and I rock with Rich at heart.
It is what it is.
And obviously, I tune in with Nothing to Something podcast.
16 Shot him probably wanted to be at that table with y'all.
He had to explain it to me, break it down to me, because I'm a little more softer. I'm a little more sensitive. So I was like, dang, that's messed up. Why we say that? I thought we was cool, but it is what it is.
16 Shot him probably wanted to be at that table with y'all. That's it.
Oh shit.
He probably wanted to be sitting down with y'all. That's all. If you would have, hey, come over with, he would have been right here. You know what I'm saying?
We invited him
but you know what? I
before.
do know it was there was a situation with him and Flakko.
Yeah, they did have a really deep situation, but that wasn't even our even
It wasn't
topic.
about you. You wasn't.
Yeah, and that wasn't even
involved
what our
in it.
topic was. We talked about so many other things. That wasn't even, So
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like, that's crazy to say
Yeah.
something like that, But it's still love on my end. I don't just.
And, I want that to be a lesson for everybody too. Like sometimes staying out of stuff or trying to, be cool with everybody, sometimes that's just not the answer for everything. Or at least that's not going to have everybody happy with you or okay with you or rocking with you. Some people, they'll give you that pass and say, nah, they cool. They stay out of stuff. Nah, they cool. They just mess with everybody. But then you got some people that feel like, hey, it's one way or no way. Either you mess with us, you can't mess with them. You either mess with me and you can't mess with them. Vice versa.
Like them, I whatever.
Yeah, that's why we gotta always, put out love energy when it come down to it, and let people know when it come down to what we doing. We trying to make sure that we bridging that gap when it come down to our
Right.
community. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows? Just to be real, and I'm gonna say it right here. Who knows what people could say, even with somebody like you sitting here, Munchie? Because people know I rock with Rafi now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I rock with people on that side, whatever, right? So, but at the end of the day, people also know at the point when it come to me, I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, I care about us and love us as black men and black women more than all of that other stuff. So people already know, well, that's Paul being Paul, and not just that, they don't say nothing when they do it. Anybody can sit with Vlad, right? Anybody can sit with Adam, right?
Yes.
Cam Capone, nobody say shit
Yes.
about none of these individuals when they sitting at certain tables, and nothing against them, Vlad, Cam Capone, even where you was just at Cinnamon Mills, nothing against none of them. It's all love, you know what I'm saying? But nobody say nothing when different individuals from different places and backgrounds sit at that table. So why say anything when we doing the same thing? Shouldn't we be able to do it when it come down to us? We are part of the same place that you come from.
Yes.
Why you getting on us
This
and
is
not
our
saying nothing to
culture.
them?
This is our culture, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, we just got to we got to keep standing on that. Don't stop doing what you're doing, all right?
Now, everything that Paul P said was very intelligent and he made some good points. However, sometimes it's easier to view a person from a not involved standpoint when they literally are not involved. You know what I mean? Like if everybody come from Los Angeles and then you want to be a podcaster out of Los Angeles, then people gonna always look at you like somehow, some way, you got loyalty that go to somebody over the next person. That's just how it's going to be viewed, because you had to, live by somebody, grew up around somebody, with people, went to school with, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's going to always have that thought in the back of people's mind. Just like, when you go get a person, you say like Adam 22, Vlad, these is like, people coming from different backgrounds. Adam Wade from Boston. Vlad is who he is. I believe he like Russia or something like that. So it's a lot more easier for a person to assume that you're not trying to side up or directly be on the same side of another person that I don't get along with, that come from the same surrounding areas that I come from.
Hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing it.
And I'm gonna always push out love, because I ain't got time to be negative.
Facts.
That ain't gonna get me nowhere. It's
Facts. Exactly. So nah, you handled it right. And like I said, you got a strong team. I know y'all going in the right direction. So yeah, just keep on grinding. I already see where y'all going with it, and other people see it as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Hey,
16, man, you can pull up, bro.
That's it.
Come out. You know what I'm saying? Come talk.
He was invited
Yeah.
a couple months ago. I don't understand.
Well, you invited again. 16.
Yeah.
Pull up like Huggies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's all love. I mean,
Yeah.
Kick that
that
between
male
y'all.
ego is something different.
It's something different, right?
But I'm
You know?
thankful for Munchie, because
Yeah.
if it wasn't for him, I probably would have been in my feelings like, dang, that's me. Why are they coming for me?
I had to tell her early on about them comments, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta stop paying attention to them comments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, them comments. That's why I say it's vicious. It's vicious. I had to cut that off of my phone. Like, I ain't finna watch all those.
Yeah,
anymore.
I
I'm
turned
done.
them off too.
Yeah. Don't trip about those comments. They doing what they do. But like I said, at the end of the day, that's what you want. Those are really fans.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, they bringing
What
traffic.
you know, what
So
you
much
got,
traction.
Yeah. It's either that or nothing going
Yeah.
on. I mean, you know, your stuff ain't popping.
Yeah.
But you see them because you popping.
I remember one time I finally responded to a comment and it was like, "Oh, I'm just playing, girl. I was trying to get your attention." I'm like, "Okay,
There
I'm
you
never
go.
responding again."
There you go. It's almost like they surprised.
Yeah.
A couple
they
of times
watch-
when I respond, they surprised, like,
Yeah.
you know, they wasn't expecting that, you know,
Yeah.
but it always says love taps.
But
That's
she
it.
say her Instagram on every episode of the podcast, but I guess they ain't got the confidence to hop in the DM. They gonna,
Oh no,
Yeah,
they
they-
stay in the comments on you. They spaces the comments on YouTube. They're not leaving about it. They're not going to the DM.
Hey,
That's more
people.
personal. More personal.
Especially
you know?
if they say something about him. I used to be going in. Nothing
yeah, I turned to kick
disrespectful.
back.
He's like, just stop. Don't you will be doing this all night.
Yeah.
right.
That's a fact, you know. But
Right.
that's dope that you know you hold her down like that and let her know, nah, we good. This is just what people do.
Yeah.
It's not even personal. They ain't doing that in real life. It's
It's a
just
part
what
of
they
this
do
shit
on
is gonna
YouTube.
come with it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
They don't take too much, you know what I'm saying, personal if it ain't in 3D.
man,
Yeah.
facts. You know?
I've gotten better though. Yesterday I had my little 3 seconds of and now I'm just like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah,
You know.
let it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let it out. You know, sometimes you maybe got to let it out with the mic in your face.
Yep.
A couple of times I had to get back the next day. You know what? I wasn't even trying to put it out there like that. But when we on the mic all the time, it happens.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It happens.